let's talk about Steph Curry. Is it pressure on him to win Finals MVP in this Finals? And I think it is. Everybody said, well, he ain't got nothing to prove. You always got something to prove. I hate when people say that. Even no matter if you got 20 championships, you always got something to prove. Every year is a new year. And every championship, it isn't created equal. That's why people say the greatest Finals run. You know, and a lot of people say Hakeem Olajuwon had the greatest run of any player in NBA history, especially modern history, because a lot of people don't go back that far. You know, I think he was given the MVP. I think he was the Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-NBA, obviously. And what trumped Michael Jordan's year, where Jordan won the Slam Dunk Championship, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't, obviously, Hakeem didn't have the Slam Dunk Championship, but Hakeem was the Finals MVP. So, I mean, there's no run greater than that. In my recollection, I don't go back to the 70s. I know the 80s, the 90s, 2000. You know, it's the most dominant run by an individual player. Now, the greatest run by a team that I seen playoff run was the Lakers that played, was the 2001 Finals. They only lost one time the whole Finals. That's it. And that was to Allen Iverson in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. That's it. So they only lost one time. That was, I think Derek Fisher had got healthy for that run too. If my memory serves me correctly, Derek Fisher got healthy. He was injured, then he came back for the playoffs, and man, dude, he was on fire that run. But you know, but it's very important for Steph Curry's legacy. And he ain't had the best playoffs at all. And I give him a pass for that. And I'm a Steph Curry fan. Let me say that. People say I be hating on Steph Curry. I'm just critical, and I'm critical of everybody. You know, a lot of people say, well, I don't know who you like, though, because I like to try to be as non-biased as possible. And I tell you when I'm biased. But I like Steph Curry. Don't get it wrong. He revolutionized the way the NBA is played. He had the biggest impact on the NBA on the court since Magic and Bird. You can make a case that his impact is bigger than Magic Bird on the court, because he changed the way everybody play basketball. You go to the court, you got kids shooting 30, 40 footers. You go to AAU games, you got kids shooting 30, 40 footers. You know, his impact on the court. Now, Magic and Bird, on and off the court, they took the NBA from tape delay of the Finals to a national sport that was loved. Michael took it international. But Steph Curry definitely got something to prove. His playoff run ain't been that great. They got a tremendous team. And this is their last opportunity to win a championship. If they win a championship, they got more opportunities to win a championship. If they don't win it with this core, especially with the cap restrictions, and you probably got to trade Wiggins to keep Poole or trade Draymond. With that core, this, you know, if they win it, then the Warriors, you know, because the Warriors, they paid for that new arena. And as soon as they paid for the arena, the pandemic came. So, damn, Detroit potholes. So they ain't been able to get the revenue like they need to get it. And now they win this championship, is a reason to keep paying the luxury tax and keep winning. So it's very important. This can be the end of a dynasty, or this can be going down as one of the greatest dynasties that never like three-peated, but they might even three-peat. And then when you think about it, before I go on to Steph Curry, they might be getting Kevin Durant back. You know, they might get Kevin Durant back. You know, if you think about it, you know, Kevin Durant, they're not paying. The rumor is they're not extending Kyrie Irving. So, you know, Kevin Durant allowed them to build around Kyrie Irving. You know, can build around him without Kyrie. I mean, when you look around the league, what's the best fit for Kevin Durant if he don't want to play without Kyrie Irving? It's the Golden State Warriors. That fit was always great. And I think they needed for him to get injured to find out that they needed him. You know, and everything happened for a reason. I think everybody's comfortable. They be turning like, dog. They be turning like no urgency. But they seen that they needed each other, and it's a good fit. You know, egos did get in the way. You know, Clay kind of made some comments, but at the end of the day, bro, Klay Thompson, you will never be on the same level as Steph and Klay. Not with recognition, great player. You will never be on that kind. And it seemed like Draymond, even though Draymond seemed like he pushed them, they just was a great core. And they should, if Kevin Durant not happy in Brooklyn, he should go back to Golden State. Honestly. And I know he wanted to get one on his own, but nobody went it on their own. To be honest, nobody went it on their own. LeBron couldn't do it without Kyrie and Kevin Love in 2015. But this is the huge. And if they get Kyrie and Kevin Durant a try next year, that's a huge year for them next year too. That's a big year. Because this is big for next year. The biggest Golden State. This would be Golden State turned into a superior, one of the greatest dynasties ever. You know, this is huge for Golden State. Or it can be like, you know, we need to make some adjustments. But, and one of the adjustments probably going to be Draymond instead of Wiggins. But for Curry, it's time. It's time to take the bull by the horns and put your imprint on the NBA Finals. Now, it looks like it's going to be Boston, like I said, to Kobe. And Gemini Hoops, which, you know, you can't be Gemini Hoops as your name. You don't know what you're talking about. I told y'all Boston. Remember, y'all say injuries happen every day, B. Remember that? I knew it was going to be Boston. And they cheat for Boston, but Boston match up good with Golden State. People forget they had many, many years of final runs. I mean, conference finals runs. So, they're not no young team that ain't played in big games, you know. So they pretty experienced. But that's a good matchup for Boston. The NBA love cheating for Boston. They love it. But they ain't got no answer for Brown and Tatum. It's only gonna be, it gotta be Wiggins, I would guess. But it's a good series. But Steph got to take the bull by the horns. You playing the premier team. You playing a premier team, premier organization. If it was ever a time for Steph to win NBA Finals, it's now. He need that. Because Steph don't show up in big moments, and they ain't had no big moments in the playoffs this year. It's been the easiest road to the finals that I've seen. So my boy tried to say it was Toronto back in the day. They played Orlando, and then I think they played Milwaukee, and then the 76ers. So how is that an easy run? And they barely got past Toronto. So, like I said before, you know, all these, you know, these secret Golden State Warrior fans, they had shit to say the past 2 seasons. Didn't see them, didn't hear from them, didn't see a Curry jersey, didn't see a Klay jersey. But it's important for him because he don't show up in the play. People like, if people didn't like Steph Curry, he was such a likable, nice dude, people will bring this up. In the playoffs, he not shit. In the biggest moments, I won't say in the playoffs, but in the biggest moments, he don't shine. It's time for him to put that shit to bed. And it's time for him to go out there and slice up the NBA's hottest defense, the NBA's best defense right now. It's time to go out there and shut them down. It's time to go full Steph Curry mode. He should be as healthy as he gonna be in his playoffs. He ain't gonna be no healthier than having Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, when he got almost a whole week off between the finals. You know? And it's time for him to, even if it's a close series, it's time for him to close a big moment out. They had an easy finals run. The easiest I seen. And it's not their fault. Phoenix didn't hold up the end of the bargain and we didn't get a classic Western Conference. They handled their business. It ain't their fault that John Morant got injured. It ain't their fault that Denver had a ton of injuries. But it's the weakest finals run you will find. One of them. But nonetheless, it's not their fault. And doing what you're supposed to do, that's underrated. Doing what you're supposed to do is underrated. You know, because people don't always handle their business. But like I said before, it's a finals run for them. You know, this is the perfect setup for Golden with Boston. Team that's made multiple playoff runs. They finally put it all together. Good defensive team. And it's time for Steph Curry. It's time for Steph Curry to put it to sleep. That I am a big time player. I can make plays in big time moments. It's time to put that shit to sleep. And if it's by dominating Boston and Steph just going berserk in 4 straight games and sweeping Boston, fine. If it's a close finals and Steph Curry closing the finals out with a big 3, fine. If it's somewhere in between, but it's time for him. In that finals versus Toronto, he had an opportunity to do that. When Clay went down, go berserk and at least extend it to 7. He didn't do it. Or 6, whatever it was. So, like I said before, it ain't his fault that he got placed in a perfect opportunity in Golden State. But he's a great player regardless. And part of his greatness need to be rewarded to Mark Jackson for allowing him to be great. I will say that Mark Jackson deserves a lot of credit. And people will say why? Because a lot of them closed-minded coaches believe in, oh, you got to do it this way. And Mark Jackson seen what they was doing in practice. Oh, ain't nothing but traffic over here. But when he was doing it in practice, he seen that. And he allowed them to do it in the game. He allowed him to do it in the game. He allowed Steph Curry to share his greatness and to share his unconventional basketball game with the world. So Mark Jackson allowed the beast to get out the cage, but it is huge for Steph Curry. He's already an all-time great player, but what else he got left to prove? But he can show up big in the big playoff moments. We gonna go home. We gonna go home. We gonna hold Mr. Mason, man. You want to get in the front seat? Not gonna happen. But yeah, he got just one moment to prove. And it's just not about the NBA Finals, bro. It's about showing up in a big moment and making big shots in big moments. That's all it's about. People say, well, he made a big... No, this is the stage you need to be on. Him getting Finals MVP, he's the greatest combo guard I ever seen. You know, people want to call him a point guard. He's not a point guard. But combo guard, and as a player... Maybe they shoot him in the all-time top 10. Maybe it do. Maybe it don't. The people could point how Hakeem carried the team to the finals. How Shaq, carried multiple teams to the finals. But, I think more about that is, Michael Jordan's domination. But we talking about the greatest players of all time. He have a big finals. I don't know. Because that's always tricky. We talking about the greatest players of all time. Are we just talking about skill set? Because we skill set, or are we just talking about championship skill set? I don't know, man. But he won the most. After this finals, when they win this finals, if they win this finals, and he come up big, probably he definitely one of the most influential players of all time. It's Magic, Bird, Michael, and it's Steph. Well, Allen Iverson got to be in there too. So it's Iverson and Steph. Everybody thought that was Michael back in the 90s, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, people still think they steal Michael. You can tell people who grew up in my era, it was the Michael era. Everybody wanted to hoop like Mike. I never wanted to hoop like Mike because I never had Mike athleticism. Me personally, I always liked the Reggie Millers. That was my guy. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. Man, it was Chris Webber. Them was my guys. Them was the guys I looked up to. Barkley. Them was the dudes I like hooping like. But nonetheless, it's huge for him, man. So I think he'll pull through it. So, you know, big moment, Finals MVP. It completes his resume. And now he's just playing with house money after this. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit my link tree up. You can find me everywhere on Linktree. It's the first link in the description from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. One link, couple of clicks take you right there. So always utilize the Linktree to find me everywhere, and anything else I got going on the internet, you can find me there. Appreciate you guys. Peace.